We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken very short. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shot.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Speed trip.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
All right, here we go. All right.
Hey, Alpha.
Check.
Hard. You're out. Let's cut.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Alert. 6-6, pull it high.
Patsy.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, Bears.
Switch up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Kentrell Bryce in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 29, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Move. Smooth.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
25 yards that time.
18 Gator. Hey, orbit. Snap.
They'll set up a throw. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey.
2nd and 6. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Cooper was the target there. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is gonna wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 54.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ready up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, lock it. Check 6.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As the Bears push further out in front, Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Bravo. Now.
48 to Mike.
We own it. We own it. Look, just squeeze. Jim. Get it.
They'll look to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
On the ball.
Shit.
You draw quarters.
25. Check 25. Tighten up.
2nd and 2.
Watch the quick.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Hey, Zoo.
56.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheem, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Trubisky now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Right 80! Check, 54! Right 54! Check.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Come.
Hey, 18. Lock in. Check 9.
Watch out.
On third down, Trubisky. And this is caught off a deflection. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Clinton Dix there for the stop. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, Wahoo! 30 base. I got you, son. Hey, Sam off. Check 37. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Kill.
Here's second and 8. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Lock in. Hey, Delta. Max 56.
First down, a run with Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Trubisky able to find Shaheen here.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They go play action. Trubisky. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Kill, 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 kill.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Slam, slam, slam.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch the pass. Motion. Mike.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Me.
Hey, I-7.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. That is caught by Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it... It's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Elliott. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Don't get nervous. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. It's coming this way. Get it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
56. Blue down. Ringo.
From the 22, Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
55, Mike, 55. Go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
I want that. Give me that ball.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are, but that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Check 50. Check 50.
Go. Five.
He'll drop to throw. That one complete to Elliott. 7 yards there and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Swing. Hey, Charlie. Hey.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Five. Under crunch. Ready?
2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Leonard Floyd has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Check. Crunch. Alert.
Again, it's Cohen. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
10. Kill. 80 weapons.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Topper!
And he'll find Hall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Look at me, zipper! Hey, echo! Get it!
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Hey, exit!
56. Mike's 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Cohen. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Check.
Hey, zoom! Go!
On 3rd down, it's Stick, but he completes it to Cohen. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Chicago, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this was basically just an exhibition game for them, as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire game.